And have you ever peeked into the life of someone famous and thought, I wonder what it's like to be them? We see their glamorous photos and exciting adventures, but what about their everyday routines? Do those make them happier, more focused, or more successful? I decided to find out. For 30 days, I lived like tidying expert Marie Kondo. My goal? To see if her methods sparked joy in my life too. Marie Kondo isn't a typical celebrity. She's not a singer or an actress. She's a tidying guru. Her book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, became a global phenomenon. People everywhere were captivated by her unique approach to decluttering. Kondo believes we should only keep things that spark joy. This simple yet powerful idea resonated with millions, myself included. I set clear rules to make this experiment a true test of Kondo's methods. I wanted to see if following her principles could truly transform my living space and, by extension, my life. The rules were simple yet profound, designed to guide me through the process with intention and mindfulness. First, I followed the KonMari order: clothes, books, papers, miscellaneous items, and sentimental items. This specific sequence is crucial because it starts with the easiest category and gradually moves to the hardest, allowing you to build decision-making skills along the way. By the time you reach sentimental items, you are more adept at discerning what truly brings you joy. Next, I held each item in my hand, asking myself, does this spark joy? This question is the heart of the KonMari method. It's not just about getting rid of things, it's about keeping what makes you happy. Holding each item forces you to confront your feelings about it, making the process deeply personal and introspective. If the answer was no, I thank the item and let it go. This act of gratitude is essential. It acknowledges the role the item played in your life, no matter how small, and allows you to part with it without guilt. It's a way of honoring your past while making room for your future. Finally, I'm committed to tidying by category, not by location. This approach ensures that you see the full extent of what you own, preventing you from underestimating the amount of stuff you have. It also helps you make more informed decisions about what to keep and what to discard. This meant tackling all my clothes at once, even if they were scattered throughout the house. Gathering every piece of clothing in one place was eye-opening. It made me realize just how much I'd accumulated over the years. The sheer volume was overwhelming at first, but it also provided a clear starting point. From there, I could systematically go through each item, deciding its fate based on whether it sparked joy. This methodical approach made the daunting task of decluttering more manageable and even enjoyable. It was like peeling back layers of my life, each item a memory, a moment, a piece of my journey. By the end, I felt lighter, freer, and more in tune with what truly mattered to me. The first week was a whirlwind of decluttering. I confronted my overflowing closet, piles of books and drawers of forgotten gadgets. It was surprisingly emotional. I felt a pang of guilt saying goodbye to gifts I never used. I realized I held on to clothes that no longer fit, hoping to magically shrink back into them. And don't even get me started on the socks without partners. Week 1 was about letting go, both physically and emotionally. Section 5, Week 2. Finding calm in the chaos. By week 2, the initial chaos of decluttering subsided. The overwhelming piles of items that once seemed insurmountable began to shrink. Each day I tackled a different section of my home, slowly but surely making progress. The process was not just about physical decluttering, but also about mental clarity. As I sorted through my belongings, I found myself sorting through my thoughts and emotions as well. It was a therapeutic experience, allowing me to let go of not just physical items, but also mental baggage. My apartment, once bursting at the seams, felt lighter and more spacious. The open space brought a sense of calm and tranquility that I hadn't felt in a long time. It was as if the physical space around me mirrored the mental space I was creating within myself. The clean lines and open areas allowed me to breathe easier, think clearer, and feel more at peace. The transformation was not just in the appearance of my home, but in the atmosphere and energy it exuded. I started to appreciate the items I chose to keep. Each item had a purpose and a place, and I found joy in the simplicity of it all. The act of carefully placing each item on a shelf became a ritual of mindfulness. I was no longer just organizing my home, I was curating a space that reflected my values and aspirations. The items I kept were not just things, but symbols of what mattered most to me. Each one sparked a flicker of joy, whether it was a cozy sweater, a cherished photograph, or a memento from a special trip. These items were not just objects, they were memories and emotions encapsulated in physical form. Holding a cozy sweater reminded me of cold winter nights spent by the fireplace, while a cherished photograph brought back the warmth of a loved one's smile. These items were touchstones of my life, grounding me in moments of happiness and contentment, or a book that inspired me. Books had always been a source of inspiration and comfort, and now, with fewer distractions, I found myself diving into them more deeply. Each page turned was a journey into new worlds and ideas, sparking creativity and curiosity. The books I chose to keep were not just for decoration, they were companions in my quest for knowledge and understanding. They inspired me to dream bigger, think deeper, and live more fully. I found myself tidying more mindfully, putting things away immediately instead of letting clutter accumulate. This new habit brought a sense of order and discipline to my daily routine. It was a small but significant change that made a big difference in how I felt. Each time I put something away, I felt a sense of accomplishment and control. My home became a sanctuary, a place where I could relax and recharge. The act of tidying became a form of self-care, a way to nurture both my environment and my well-being. The chaos that once overwhelmed me was replaced by a calm that brought clarity and peace. Section 6, Week 3. A spark of minimalism magic. As I progressed through the KonMari method, I noticed a shift in my mindset. I became more mindful of my purchases, asking myself if a new item would truly bring me joy or just end up cluttering my space. The constant barrage of advertising seemed less tempting. I realized that true joy came not from accumulating things, but from experiences, relationships, and pursuing my passions. Section 7, Week 4, saying goodbye and hello to my stuff. The final week arrived and it was time to tackle the most challenging category: sentimental items. This was the moment I'd been both dreading and anticipating. Sentimental items are often the hardest to part with because they hold so many memories and emotions. Each item tells a story, a piece of our past that we hold dear. But as Kondo teaches, it's important to focus on the present and the future, and sometimes that means letting go of the past. Old letters, childhood trinkets, and gifts from loved ones held precious memories. These items were like a time capsule, taking me back to different moments in my life. The letters from friends and family, the trinkets from childhood adventures, and the gifts from loved ones all had their own special place in my heart. But I realized that holding on to these items was also holding me back. It was time to decide which items truly sparked joy and which ones I could let go of. Kondo encourages keeping items that evoke positive emotions and letting go of those that keep us tethered to the past. This was easier said than done. As I sorted through my belongings, I found myself reminiscing about the good times and the people who had given me these items. But I also realized that I didn't need to keep every single item to remember those moments. The memories would always be with me, even if the physical items were not. I decided to keep only the items that truly made me happy and let go of the rest. This process was cathartic. I created a memory box for the most treasured items and donated or discarded the rest, feeling grateful for the joy they once brought me. It was a liberating experience, knowing that I was not defined by my possessions. By letting go of the items that no longer serve me, I made space for new experiences and memories. I felt a sense of relief and freedom, and I was excited to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. This journey of saying goodbye to my stuff was also a way of saying hello to a new chapter in my life. One that was not weighed down by the past, but open to the possibilities of the future. Section 8. Lessons from a tidying guru. Living like Marie Kondo for 30 days was an eye-opening experience. It wasn't just about having a tidy home, it was about cultivating a more mindful and joyful life. I learned the power of letting go of what no longer serves us, both physically and emotionally. I discovered that true joy comes from experiences, relationships, and pursuing our passions, not from material possessions. Section 9. Kondo's influence lasting or fleeting. So, will I continue living by Kondo's principles? Absolutely. While I may not follow the KonMari method religiously, her core message of keeping only what sparks joy has become ingrained in my daily life. I'm more mindful of my purchases, I tidy up more regularly, and I feel a sense of calm and contentment in my surroundings. Have you ever been curious about trying a new lifestyle or adopting the habits of someone you admire? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What have you learned from trying new things, and what challenges would you like to see me tackle next?